So what you have in the morning, because this is the easiest possible experiment, most probably you can understand. So this is what you have your Bernoulli apparatus. As we were talking that this you might have done in your 12th standard, something you know means about the Bernoulli, right? So Bernoulli is practically the energy conservation of the fluid, right? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So what you have in this what you have two tank. One tank is this one, and another tank is this end, this side. So what you have in this, you will fill the water in this particular tank. To fill the water, you have a pump in the bottom here. So this pump would turn on and it will just fill up the tank from the bottom side. Now this is your main tank, the reservoir here where you will store the water. Actually, you will not throw it out. So you have this is main tank here. From here you will fill up the water, and this pump will suck the water from here, and then it will the discharge from this top end from here to the bottom of this particular tank. Fine. So once this tank would be filled, so this you can check the height of the tank. What is the height here? So here you have one of the end you should have a label means indicator in this particular tank. So currently I'm not finding on this particular setup a label indicators, means how much the level of the water here in this particular tank. So without that also you can perform the practical, that is not a compulsion. Fine. Now once this tank is filled, now you have this is called a cross section here. So this cross section is, you can say, just a tube or pipe. So it could be a circular cross section means also, and the rectangular one also. Circular, generally people don't prefer this one because it is cost a lot. It costs a lot because you have to do the tapering here from here to here. The bigger cross section, then is smaller, and then further bigger. So in case of the pipe, the tapering of the pipe cost a lot. So most of the time you will find this type of the channel for Bernoulli apparatus only. Fine. Now you can see here. You can see here this cross section is bigger here. After that, this is changing, right? You have a glass tube here. This is decreasing continuously here, and here you will get a center point. This point is the center point here. After that, again the change is same in the cross section. So this much height here, this hand and this hand are practically has to be same, but unfortunately, Milanpreet, can you mute your mic? So what you have here, see this end to this end, this cross section is not, this length is not that much big. Practically, this should be equal length from here to here. So these are some of the design problem in this particular setup. You can see the length of this section from here is much as compared to the this part. So practically, you will not be able to verify the Bernoulli theorem here. Can you tell me why? Any answer for that? That why it cannot be verified? Hello? Any answer? Or it can be verified? Anyone will give any answer for that? Hello? Can you hear whatever I am saying here?
Yes, sir. We are hearing you.
Okay, but no answer. No problem actually.
No.
So actually problem here, this can be verified at each and every point. Only thing here the points are not at the same cross section. So you cannot find the symmetry in the analysis. The symmetry means if this side cross section here is same as compared to the this point, So you will find the energy here and here must be same, right? Because once the cross sections are same, so you cannot have different energy. That's why the energy conservation says, right? Hello? Just give some answer,
Yes, sir.
yes or no, yes, right? So because otherwise I will feel that the nobody is there and everybody has gone away from there. So once you have a particular point here, let's say all points are at the same height. Here, you see here the horizontal lines are same, fine, from here to here. So there is no change in potential energy. Potential energy of the fluid from this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, and this are same because all of them are on the same horizontal line. Fine? Is, is that fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
So the only change here is the change in cross section, which you can see here. This cross section is bigger. Now here you have the cross section only till here. This side is cross section is just here only, right? Here is the narrow, this is the center point, so this is the narrowest point here. So this much is the cross section here. Now here you have further bigger and then further bigger, then the another side is bigger. So only thing you are changing the cross section. So what do the cross section will do? Cross section will change that mass flow rate by area will give you the volumetric flow rate, correct? If you will the divide mass by area, you will get the mass flow rate by the area, you will get the volumetric flow rate. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हाँ and वॉल्यूमेट्रिक फ्लो रेट को एरिया से if you will no whatever I just said is wrong actually. The mass flow rate by density will give you the volumetric flow rate. Sorry, huh? Mass flow rate by density will give you the volumetric flow rate, and that volumetric flow rate divided by the cross section will give you the velocity. Fine. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So mass flow rate by the density would give you your the volumetric flow rate, and volumetric flow rate by this particular cross section will give you the velocity here. Volumetric flow rate would not change from here to here because this is the conserved quantity, and the volume is not going out anywhere. So the whatever fluid is coming here, entering here, same is going to the entire length of the pipe. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to calculate velocity here, so you will divide your volumetric flow rate by this particular cross section area only. Fine. If you want to calculate velocity here, so the volumetric flow rate divided by this cross section, volumetric flow rate by divided by this cross section will give the velocity here. Volumetric flow rate by this cross section area will give the velocity here. So you practically you can calculate your velocity here, this point, this point, this all the points you can calculate now the velocity. So this velocity will give you your kinetic energy of the fluid. Kinetic energy is half mv square, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Can you see the video? What happens to the video? Suddenly camera goes into the sleep mode somewhere? No, no. So you can calculate your kinetic energy at this point, this point, this point, this one, this one, this one here. All the points you can calculate now kinetic energy if you know the volumetric flow rate and this particular cross section. So these cross section are the means are known to us because we have the design this particular setup. So the manufacturer has provided us these the dimension to us. We know this the dimension, how much is the length and how much is the width. So this point, this one, all these particular point we know the cross section, corresponding cross section. Volumetric flow rate you can calculate from here. This is the tank. Here the time you will turn on the pump, the fluid will come here. So and now this is the tank here. So this particular tank would collect the fluid by here by changing the direction of the fluid. So the fluid will fall into this particular tank. Now in this particular tank, uh, this designing of this setup is completely wrong actually. So it's very painful to us. Aha, you have here, sorry. So here you can see, this is the label indicator here. You can see that in the scale here. Can you see this scale marking?
Yes, sir.
Scale, can you see?
Yes, sir.
So that
Yes, sir.
that scale at time equal to let's say t equal to the 0, you can calculate let's say height of the tank here this much. Now you collect the water by changing this particular knob here, turn on your watch, and then you continuously keep it for let's say for 1 minute or 2 minutes, depending on how much time will it take to fill up the tank. So practically you fill up till this maximum height, not this much height or this much height, because you are going to calculate the average flow rate. So you have to always collect the means fluid to a maximum possible height. Fine. So you will collect till this particular point. The time you will reach it. Here you change the direction of the flow rate from here to this side. Turn off that watch. So that particular the stopwatch will give you the time. You know the cross section of this particular tank. This cross section of the tank is the known to us. So cross section multiplied by this much particular height, the H2 minus H1 will give you your volume collected actually, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
get
sir.
so you know the cross section of the tank, you know the height of the tank. So cross section into height will give you the volume collected, right? Or with the help of the watch, you already know the time, that how much time does it took it to fill up the tank. Correct? So this will give you the volumetric flow rate. Now you know the volumetric flow rate, you know the cross section. So you can calculate now velocity on each corresponding points. Now here you have, these are the tubes, piezometric tubes here. So these tubes will calculate you or will provide you the static pressures. Here's that how much is the pressure of the fluid at this particular point. So this would be calculated with the help of the height of the fluid in this particular tube. So the time we will turn on the pump, you will find this fluid will reach up to maybe 15 centimeter, maybe 16 centimeter, depending on the pressure you have here, pressure head. So you have these tubes connected to each point, this one, this one, this one, this and this one. So you can calculate how much is the static pressure in each of the points. So you can calculate from this particular pressure, you can calculate the pressure energy at this particular point. Fine. So you will get
Yes, sir.
pressure energy at each point. You know the kinetic energy based on the calculation of the velocity based on the flow rate. You know the potential had all the points. The potential, all of them are the same point. So you can keep a particular Z, or you can calculate Z from the ground state here. So you can add maybe the 1 meter, because all points are the same height. The potential energy is same everywhere, right? So now you calculate at this particular point the pressure energy, kinetic energy, and potential energy at this point, this point, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then you have to see whether are these constant or not. If they are constant, means you have verified your Bernoulli theorem. If they are not constant, means something is wrong. But there are some causes for that thing to be wrong. That why are they wrong? Because Bernoulli theorem have some constraints. What are the constraints on Bernoulli theorem? First constraint is that it says that ideal fluids, right? Yes or no?
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh. First say ideal fluid. We are taking water. It is not ideal at all conditions. Second thing, it should be very clean water. Practically we don't have. You can see the rust here, right? Can you see the rust here?
No,
You
sir.
can
Yes,
see
sir.
the rust here. So rust, you can see the yellow one is completely the rust mark here. So all these complications, the rust, your dust particle, your sand particles, all these actually will give you the problems in your calculations, because this will create the hindrance for the fluid, and finally the energy of the fluid will decrease. So as the result here, whatever means energy you have here, this energy would be slightly less here, because you got from here to here some sort of non-ideality in that. So these are some construction problems or the problem with the fluid. Second problem what you have considered all the time in Bernoulli theorem is streamline flow, right?
Yes, sir.
So streamline means the fluid is flowing very pleasantly, calmly, no disturbance, so that you should have layer by layer flow. And layer by layer flow happens only at below a particular flow rate. Based on that, you will calculate the Reynolds number. So we have that practical also, how to verify the streamline flow. So if that is not verified here, streamline conditions here, so that will also give the addition to the non-ideality part also further. Fine. So, and second thing also, there should not be any abrupt change in the direction of the flow. So that part is fine here, because this cross section is changing slowly only. So there is no abrupt change. So that constraint is not there. Only constraint is two here. The fluid. Second part is your actually second part is mean the streamline flow pattern. So these are the three criteria which are creating problem here, just in the verification. In case it is not verified, fine.
Yes, sir.
Hello. So far I have explained you how to performing, how to do the calculations, and all this calculation is not also a big deal. You have to just calculate three terms. One is the pressure. So pressure will come from this tube here. That is the height only. Rho gh is the pressure. Velocity would come from flow rate. We will calculate the q. We will calculate q from the here. Here the q by a would give you the velocity. Z potential energy is same. You have three terms, so calculation is not a big deal here. So now I will turn on the pump, and then one more thing. Once you will perform a practical here, it should be maintained at steady state. Means you have maintained a particular flow rate with the help of the pump here. So that flow rate should remain constant. It should not change. How to make sure that? To make sure that what you have here, you will calculate height in these particular points, all piezometric points here. Let's say at t equal to 5 minutes, you have just checked the height in all these particular tubes. Now wait for further 5 minutes and just check the height again. If there is no change in the height, it means you have reached the steady state operations only. If you have not reached the steady state, it means you cannot verify the Bernoulli. First, you have to make sure that you have reached the steady state operation first. So this is the primemost condition, and it always takes the time here just to reach the steady state condition. So that's why it is the time consuming part, because sometimes your pump power may fluctuate, and due to fluctuation in the current or voltage, some voltage fluctuation may occur actually. So to maintain that, we will see here how much time will it take to maintain the steady state part. Fine. So let me turn on the pump now. Now, unfortunately, power is not there, so we can wait. Power is not there. We have to wait for some time. Just take a minute. I think some power. Yeah. Let's see. So I've turned on the pump. So what pump will do that the water will come from this tank from the bottom here. So you can see here that this is getting filled now. Can you see?
Yes,
So
sir.
it will fill up here. So you have to maintain a particular flow rate. After that, by chance, let's say flow rate is very, very high. So this tank would overflow. So to make sure that water should not mean the spill here, so we have a bypass connection here, right? So you can see this connection. So the overflow will go to this particular pipe, and finally, with this help of this pipe, it will reach to that particular container only. So that we are the make sure that water should not spread on the floor, right? So
Yes,
we
sir.
have to make sure first that this should not overflow. That is the first and foremost condition. So one candidate, when you will perform the practical actually here, one candidate work is just to stand here only, so that he should make sure all the time that it is not overflowing, because by chance pump flow rate is very high and this pipe has some particular capacity. If water is coming more than that, so it will start means the overflowing from here only. So that should not happen, because it means the immediately below of that you have the power connection. So that will create the short circuit problem. Fine. So that is the most important part. The safety is the most important point. So because just below of that you have a pump, you have a electrical connection here. So first and the most care has to be taken here, just to make sure this should not overflow. Now you can see here in these particular tubes. Can you see the water here in this particular tube here?
No, sir.
ये दिख रहा है थोड़ा सा, जैसे this one.
Not clear, sir.
मुझे तो दिख रहा है, देखो जरा यहाँ पे, because it's completely transparent, no? So you can't see here. You can see here this one,
Sir,
right?
दिख रहा है.
This you
Yes,
can
sir.
see. So you have this one. Now let's say for this particular tube is actually totally transparent. This is here at 32 actually. Yeah, you can see here. This is still at 32. Now this one here you can see here at 31 here. This one nearly 31. This one here you have at 30. This one here, and now this one here also you have close to 30 somewhere here. This one. Now here also 31, nearly 31 here. Here you have 32. Can you see here this one? So these are the primary conditions. We have just turned on the pump. Now we will wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then we have to see whether these heights are constant or not. So till that particular time, people generally, when you will perform the practical, you can read your manual, you can do some other work and calculations, because this is the part here. Once you turn on, you have to wait for that. So you see the in this particular tube, you have a bubble here, but the liquid is still here 32. So sometime we have to take out these bubbles. You can see the bubble here, right? Can you see the bubble here? This one? And then you have the
No,
bubble
sir.
here. No, you can see here this bubble, this gap here, this one.
Yes, sir.
This is the
Yes,
bubble
sir.
here. And here also you have the bubble here, this one. This side also you have some bubbles here, right? You can see here this now. So these bubbles here, you have the bubble here, right? This one also have bubble. This one also have bubble. So these bubbles need to be taken out first. So how to take it out? Do you have any mechanism to take out the bubble? Any idea? अरे हाउ टू टेक आउट द बबल, जब आपके पास घर में कुछ काम करते हो, हाउ डू यू टेक आउट द बबल?
सर
जस्ट
फूक
थिंक इन
मारते
दैट
हैं.
वे, फूक मार देंगे, राइट?
Spill out.
Yes or no? और क्या कर देंगे? What else can be done? So same thing can be done here. This particular point, either you can slightly heat it here. Actually, in that way, so this bubble may go here. You can see these bubble are going now. Now same thing can be done for this particular tube also, and maybe don't heat it too much. Otherwise, this tube may break actually. So this is one of the way only that some bubbles may go out in this particular way. See, this went completely. This is also going out. You can see the bubbles are going out here in this particular tube here. Can you see the bubble here? It's going up. Can you see the bubble? It's going up, right?
Yes, sir.
So these bubbles need to be taken.
No, sir.
You can't see.
Sir, my
See this
network
bubble.
is weak.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
photo.
that is the problem actually. So you can see here this one. You have the bubble here. This one, this particular tube here.
Sir, please click photos also. Share in the group later on.
I am doing my best actually. Let's see what can I do. I will share you this video also. Don't worry. So these bubbles we have. So if somehow these are not coming automatically, what you can do? You can put a air bubble here, and then you can suck the air from here, from this side, this one, and this particular tubes here. You have these tubes, so you can take out from here actually. So you get the air bubble. You have a bubble actually. Here you don't have because lab technicians are not here. So these bubbles need to be taken out just to get the exact pressure, because you have to take care maximum to verify any particular theorem. If you will do a casual way, your theorem will never be verified. So all these things need to be taken care to the maximum part. Fine?
Fine, sir.
Anything you want to say?
Sir, can you provide us the lab file?
फाइल मिल जाएगा, डोंट वरी. फाइल भी
Okay,
मिल जाएगा एंड नहीं है तो बन जाएगा. जो मैंने बोला है वही आपको फाइल में लिखना है. Whatever I said, right? Just a word. But I will provide you the manual and all. We have all this particular part here. So now you can see the new height here, that some change or not. So here you can see here, this is at 33 now. This height is also here. You can see this 34 here. This is 33 point something 5 here, and this height, this is just here 32 here. Why the height at the center is the lowest? Can you tell me some reason for that? As you see the center line have height is 32, just here. In the edges, this is you have nearly 33. Can you tell me why this height is low at the center?
sir, due to the cross section area.
Okay. So what happened due to change in cross section?
Sir, due to that, maybe the height varies.
Sir, velocity changes. Velocity of the
Yeah,
fluid.
yeah. Because here we are the verifying here total energy conservation, right? So wherever you have a larger cross section area, your velocity would be low, and totally your kinetic energy would be low, and therefore your potential, the pressure energy will go up. So here at this particular end, your velocity is low here because cross section is high. Therefore, it have high pressure energy here. This is in terms of height. So height is more. As you will have cross section low, velocity would be high. It means kinetic energy would become high. Therefore, pressure energy has to go down to make it conserve, right? So to make the energy conservation, fluid will automatically adjust its energy. Means your from here your pressure energy is getting converted into the kinetic energy here. Now from here to this side again, your kinetic energy is getting converted into the pressure here. So therefore, in this particular tube again, your height is now 31.5 here. Now here you have 32 here. Now you have here 32.8. So increasing. So we can wait here. Let's see what is here. Because many people are doing this by other virtual lab already there in different university websites. So I found in place of having that, why don't we have our own only? Simple, we can do our own thing. Is it much more interesting compared to that, or this is better? What do you think?
So it's far more interesting than that.
Yeah, because वहाँ पे मैंने कल check किया, I checked like yesterday because many people are doing administration also are give some virtual product. I to expecting by DSLR camera because that may give a better video, but unfortunately we didn't get that one. So I thought it's better to have it with our own camera one. It can give you the better understanding, and rest of the things are data. So once you have the data, it's just a simple calculation in the Excel sheet of it. Only just verify it and plot it only. And then obviously you have to write your actually justification that why these cameras and everything means why this is not verified, right?
Okay, sir.
So let's wait for some time till it becomes the steady state. By that, in that particular meantime, you can ask some doubts if you have.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, by steady state, we meant that the height of the water in all the tubes will be same.
Not same actually. Mm, one. So height cannot be same because cross sections are not same. Fine. So the means the steady state condition will only say that whatever height you have in a particular tube, it should not change with respect to time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so if you are focusing, let's say a particular tube, you can locate any particular tube, focus on that, and then you just calculate on that particular tube. You just calculate, wait for 1 minute, then 1 minute is not sufficient time, practically a 5 minute time. So you wait for that, and after that, if it is no change in the height in all the tubes, then you can say now steady state condition has been reached. You can note down the data now. Correct. So that's
Okay, sir.
what the the steady state condition is. Any other thing you want to
Sir, in
ask?
this experiment,
Uh,
yes, sir. Sir, in this experiment, are we supposed to calculate the time too?
time of what?
Time of the steady state the water
No, no,
attains in a
no,
particular tube.
no. That's not the concern because that's not being used anywhere in the calculations.
Okay, sir.
Because in Bernoulli theorem, there is no factor of time. Only thing you are calculating the energy of the fluid, and that should be maintained
Yes, sir.
at steady state only. But
Okay,
some
sir.
steady state means it's very tough to maintain steady state actually. The reasons are two, three. One reason is that you can check, you can see this one. One reason is that your fluid is coming from bottom, right? And you will see
Yes,
that
sir.
always there's lot of force is coming to upside one, and this fluid is coming immediately from this bottom side here, from this side here only. And due to
Yes, sir.
this,
Yes, sir.
this will always create a fluctuation here. Not too much, but it will
Okay,
always
sir.
create a fluctuation. Always actually, because designing of the experimental the setup must be taken with a great care actually. So sometimes it doesn't happen due to cost and in the manufacturer constraints. So, so due to that, we get some error in the verification parts.
Sir, fluctuation is due to the pressure that the water pump supplies.
Yeah, due to that also, because if because pump is continuously providing energy, and due to
Yes,
that,
sir.
you can have a fluctuation in that pump also. Second part is also practically this much. You can see the zigzag surface here. Can you see here this one? You can see this surface continuously fluctuating up and down, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And only because of that, the
Water is not steady.
pressure head at this particular point will keep on varying. The pressure head, you can say
Yes, sir.
the rho GH component will will always fluctuate. It means the
Yes, sir.
total energy of the fluid, which is just coming from this
It
tank to
will
this
also.
particular point, is not constant. So
Yes,
once
sir.
this total energy is not constant, so how can you talk about the energy conservation itself, right? So
Yes, sir.
these are the poor designing of the setups. So sometimes we don't have any alternatives means other than to perform these practical, at least have a feel how can it be done. But proper designing of that, we can do that also. That part also is not a, actually the same tank can be done in that way. You can have another tank here, this side, a bigger tank,
Okay,
fill
sir.
that completely, just a large tank actually, fill that completely, then turn off the pump.
Yes, sir.
Turn off the pump. After that, you take the flow into this particular tank,
Yes, sir.
and then this fluctuation can be minimized. This I did when I was in Thapar University. So we have made these changes there actually, and then we have sorted out this problem.
Sir, the same way we have in our houses, etc., like that.
Yeah, yeah. House maybe you can fill a top tank actually, overhead tank.
That we have to make a tank on a height, and then the water will come out at a steady flow.
Right, right, right. That's what. But in
Okay,
that
sir.
case, also as the level in the tank will fall down, your velocity head will keep on decreasing because pressure energy of the fluid is continuously decreasing, right?
Yes, sir.
So that pressure head somehow need to be maintained.
Okay, sir.
So to measure the flow rate here, what you have here, you can turn on this actually. So this will fill up this particular tank. So this is the way to pour the water in this particular tank here. So first you have to maintain a minimum height. That minimum height will be calculated from here only, because here you should see first the water here. Until unless you don't have water till here, you can't do it actually. So as you will turn on the this particular tap here, so first you have you can see the water height here in the tube, right? Can you see the water in the tube?
So yes, sir.
Not clearly, sir.
Uh, this way now. 1 minute. Light नहीं आ रहा ठीक से. Now you can see I think.
Yeah, so it is useful.
You can see the water, right? Now you have to maintain a particular value, let's say at 2 centimeters something. So to control it, you have a valve at this particular point, so you can decrease this particular level here. So currently it is open, so you can close it. So once you will close it here, again you can pour the water here, right? You can see this particular height here. So this is your the initial height. So give it some time to the settle it down so that you should not have the fluctuation in the height here. After that, we will take this particular height for some time at steady state and we will calculate the flow rate. Flow rate and these corresponding heights that will complete your one set of the practical. Then after that, you can change for a new flow rate. So to change the new flow rate, what you can do here, you can control the pump flow rate from this particular valve here. This you have valve at this particular point. So you can slightly open it or close it here. So this will control the flow rate going in the tank. So that would be another step. So practically we have to do 2-3 flow rates. And finally, if all flow rates we can verify them, it means we have the verified it well, because one practical might be wrong. So if you have done 2-3 times, it means you have really verified it. Fine. Anything you want to ask in this?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's note down this value here. Can you note down uh, these values of the height at this? I can also note down, but you can note down here. This. So let's what these bubbles are not coming out actually. We have to do- Because each bubble will create a problem in the height actually. So You see that lot of bubbles are coming in this channel itself. Can you see something? Maybe this side.
Yes, sir, we can see, but it's not
Yeah,
clear in.
yeah, it is not clear, but small bubbles actually these are creating a problem. So probably I will just let's say somehow decrease the flow rate. So we can decrease. So I have decreased the flow rate now something. So let's see now. Actually, this plastic tube generally is not advisable in this particular experiments. Generally, we have friction-free, capillary rise-free. We should have a glass tube more than 1.24 centimeter actually. And these tubes are very narrow. You can see they're thin in the diameter. On top of that, these are plastic one. So they also have itself some friction for this particular fluid and some rise in capillary action. So due to that, you can see wherever the bubbles are there, they are there. They are not going anywhere. Even if you are moving them, they are not traveling much. Let's say something has been done here. After this, they are not going anywhere. Let's note these values actually. Let's see what can we get from here. See in this channel, more and more bubbles are coming continuously. You can't see, but I can see from here. This is giving us highest number of bubbles. So can you note this value? Tube number one. The value is actually from here. Note down here 30. You can note down this value here. Actually 31.19 in tube one. Can anyone note this value? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So just mention the tube one. Its value here. You can note it down here. 31.9. Tube one is completely out of order. I hope this way the reading cannot be taken because these bubbles are not coming out. So what to do? Any idea you can give for this? What can be done for this case? Because these glass tubes need to be changed. So maybe by the next turn, actually, what would I do? I will try to replace these particular plastic tubes with the glass tube because that only can be rectified. Otherwise, you can see the whole tube is full of bubbles here. Can you see this one? Some bubble here, this one, a shiny mark. And I think you can't. You can see here now. You can see this one. This is bubble here continuously. These are not going out. So generally, by hitting it, they should go up, but they are not doing. This also tube have bubbles. This also have bubbles. This one, this one. You can see here, all the shining one are the bubbles only. So this is only because of this by friction here, the roughness of the tube and the contact angle actually. This is giving some friction and capillary action there. So this is not allowing the bubble to go out. So probably by next time, uh, I will try to fit the glass tubes if we can get. But rest of the things, I think you might have understood the working of that, right? Hello? Did you
Yes, sir.
understood the working that how does it work and everything? Because rest of the part is just the reading only. So at present, this reading cannot be taken because due to these tubes. So I will try to get the new tubes here and let's see if we can sort out this problem. As far as the data of this concerned, because now you understood the working, you know the this flow rate. So sample data can be provided to you people and so that you can do the calculation. Calculation is nothing but you need a pressure head of this. You need a velocity part, so Q, and datum head is same because that the potential height is same. Okay.